Hello M0 user, my name is Andrew, and today I want to share with you a new feature coming out called Environment Discovery, aka Day Zero Environments. Let's talk about why we built this feature. For all the customers we worked with, a lot of them have already defined their code in a specific folder structure that defines where that resource resides, for example, in QA, in a region. And if you use Terragrunt, you're intimately familiar with this structure. Now, the challenge is when you try to migrate your resources into M0, you have to do it manually, and therefore it's slow and tedious and error prone. Or if you use the Terraform provider, it's complicated and complex. So let's automate it. Let's talk about how it works in M0. M0, what you'll do is set up a project that will turn on this environment discovery feature. And when you open a pull request containing new resources that match this pattern, M0 will generate a plan in the PR to show you what it's going to create. Then once the pull request is approved and merged, M0 will go ahead and deploy that new environment in the project folder that you specified. Let's see this in action. So here I am in M0 under Day Zero Dev Project. Under my project settings, I have this new tab called Environment Discovery. I've already gone ahead and pre-configured it to deploy a new OpenTofu template based on my version control or GitHub repo following the specific glob pattern. So any new files created under this path with a main.tf will generate a new environment in M0. There's some other settings here that we can go into later. So let's look at my code and see this setup. Here I have in my code this dev folder, and I have this template EKS. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just copy this into my dev folder. And there it is. And what I'm going to do now is create a new branch. And add that new folder. And push that and create a new PR. Here I'm in GitHub, going to create a new PR. So again, what's going on behind the scenes is this M0 is listening for this new PR creation. And you can't see it right now, but essentially what's going on is we're scanning for any updates that matches that pattern. And here we caught that pattern and it's matching, which means we're going to create a new EKS cluster eventually in this folder. Let's go to M0 and see this PR plan in action. Here you can see Day Zero Dev EKS. And under the deployments, the PR plans are complete. Perfect. Let's go back to the PR. And here we can see the plan details. Great, everything looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and merge it now. Once I've merged, it begins the deployment process. Here you can see in the deployments tab, my PR plan, and now the deployment is beginning and is creating those resources that have been approved. Again, what I'm showing you here is now you don't need to manually create these environments in M0. It'll automatically scan for those changes based on your filter settings and automatically match those. So whether your development teams are creating infrastructure on their own or whether your DevOps team are just adding new resources, you can now easily make sure that M0 is your deployment tool for all of your infrastructure as code. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And if you're interested in learning more, give the feature a try. Look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.